Hey guys, it's me, Dawn, back with another how to draw video. Today we're going to be drawing a princess or an alicorn. I'm going to go through the whole process step by step and make it to where you can draw your own princess pony. Yeah. Unfortunately, I won't be able to color it in for this video. I am actually at my dad's house right now. I'm kind of like in a weird transition mode, so I don't have a lot of my stuff with me. At the very least, I want to keep my promise and make a video every week. First things first, let's draw the circle for her head. I like to just start with the circle. Once I make the circle for the head, then I like to go ahead and measure how long the body is supposed to be. And I use the height of the head as a measurement. If you've seen my last video, how to draw your own pony, the measurement was 3 heads tall. For a princess or alicorn, it's actually 3.5 heads tall. So they're a little bit longer, a little bit lankier. So what I'm doing is just drawing 4 heads that are about the same size as the head of our alicorn. We'll just go ahead and draw a line where her feet are going to be. We will have her looking this way, having the guidelines like this. Then, just like the regular pony, the neck starts halfway through the head. And then the back of the neck connects to the back of the circle for our head. And the neck for an alicorn is a little bit longer and skinnier, and then it gets wider towards the body. So the body is kind of like a kidney bean shape, or maybe more like a pinto bean. And just like the regular pony, the body is about the length of 1.5 heads. If the head is about this big, then it's about 1.5 heads length. I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold, which is why it took me so long to upload this video. I was waiting for my voice to sound a little bit more normal. I still sound a little stuffy, but much better than before. Then we're gonna have her legs start here. And just like the regular pony, the legs start pretty skinny, and then they get wider as they go down, kind of like, I call it belling out. We'll just make things easy. I'm going to have her standing at a normal pose. And make sure to make the back leg a little bit shorter. It just shows that it's behind this leg that's closer to us. The heel of the back leg starts about here. And we'll take this line and curve it around the butt and continue it to the heel. And just like the front legs, they sort of bell out. There we go. To make the hooves look more believable, make sure that the line right here, this line that you make right here at the bottom, that they all look the same on all of the hooves. If you make them look different, like tilted in a different way, like if this was up here like this, it just doesn't look as believable. That's just a small detail to keep an eye out for. And the knee is right here. We'll go ahead and add the back leg. We're just kind of making things look pretty consistent. I'm not having one hoof up or anything, just making it easier today. Alicorns are, since they're lanky, they're a little bit skinnier. So from the chest towards the back legs, it goes up a little bit. Just like a regular pony, the back dips down from the neck and then goes back up to connect to the butt. To add the snout, we're going to continue from this guideline down and extend it just a little bit further from the edge of the circle we made for her head. And the snout is very sharp. It isn't round like regular ponies. The tip of the nose is sharp and it comes down to the chin, and there's a sharp angle at the chin. And you can see like, this line right here is almost the same as this line here. So that's how I remember how to draw the snout. If it doesn't look right to you, if it looks big or too small, or, you know, don't worry. Everything takes practice and you'll get used to how all the proportions are. So from this chin, it goes up, and instead of just connecting with the rest of this circle right here like a regular pony, it actually goes up and then connects with the back part of the head. So if you can see, the circle goes down like this, the actual under part of the chin goes up above that. Sometimes I make mistakes and I have to go back and change the proportions, but you want to make sure that you have the proportions right before you start, you know, adding details. And so it's okay. What helps is taking a step back and looking at your picture from a little bit farther away. You'll be able to see things that you need to fix a lot better when your drawing is kind of at a distance. So for the eyes, this guideline down here, which basically just shows how the head is tilted, this is going to be the bottom of the eye. We'll start with this side of the eye. So going from the bridge of the nose up around this way, that's the far part of the eye. Alicorns have very different shaped eyes than regular ponies. Instead of a circle like this, which is what a regular pony has, like that, Alicorns have a shape that's more like a box. So, kind of like a slanted box. Like that. If the eyes of your Alicorn look a little bit imperfect, it's okay. A lot of the ponies and Alicorns, they all have different shaped eyes, which makes the animation and artwork really cool. All of the ponies look a little bit different in their own way. Okay, now to add the horn. The horn starts about here, right in the middle of her forehead, right in the center. It just goes out at a diagonal line. Of course, Alicorn horns, if they're the larger shape, like Princess Cadence, they're definitely longer. The ears will start over here, basically where the edge of the eye is. That's where the back of the ear will be. So about right there. And the ears are smaller than regular ponies. Kind of like deer ears. I think a lot of the ponies, but especially the Princess and Alicorn ponies, the body shapes or the structure really reminds me of a deer. Now for the wings. It's easy to draw the closed wing. It will look about like this. Very small. Like they're almost just become glued to the body. It's better to start with drawing the entire shape of the wing first. So an open wing, actually the shape looks a lot like the eye. Kind of like a box. So up. These two top lines remind me of this shape. And then this connects down, back towards this, the start of this line, but doesn't completely connect. Stops about here. If you want to draw the back wing, just make sure it's the same height as the wing closest to you. Because of the hair, I don't think I'll have room to add the back wing, but I'm putting those guidelines there just in case. And you want to always add guidelines, even for things that you think won't be in the picture. For example, this ear probably won't be there because of the hair. Same thing with the wing, but just in case, it's important to include that in your drawing. Oh my god, this cold is so annoying. We're gonna go in and start making the feathers of the wings. The top of the wing dips down from that first feather and then goes back up. And goes down like that. And the feathers are really chunky. And if it's helpful, there's about 7 or 8 feathers that are shown when an Alicorn's wings are open. So if you want to separate the spacing, that could make it easier for you to keep the feathers looking even and the shapes looking consistent with each other. Now that I'm looking at my reference, I'm seeing that this actually goes down like this. This is a joint in a wing. If you look at bird wings, then there's a joint right here. Kind of like a wing elbow. I really don't know what it's called, but it's actually lower than I thought. But that's okay, we'll just go in and change it. And maybe not so far out. Now the inside feathers are really simple, and I love how the creators and artists came up with the wing shape. It's really cute. So this goes up this way, and this is to gesture that there's like a bone in here, because in wings there's bones that go up this way and the feathers just kind of come out. The way they gesture that is by going up this way and showing another layer of feathers. And I think there's really only like 3 or 4 that they show. And then if you wanted to do the back wings, just draw in lines like that, just to separate your feathers, just in case I have to draw the back wing. The tail starts around here, and I'm not sure what style I'm gonna have. Princess Cadence. I think I'll make the tail like Fluttershy's. I really like Fluttershy's super long tail that kind of drags on the floor. When I was looking at a reference of Princess Cadence, I noticed that her hair came down in front of the horn, like this. So like the hair that she had for her wedding came down like this. Comes down a little bit farther than normal ponies. I just went ahead and made her hair, and I gave her some bangs just to show that her hair comes down a little bit more. Let's make her cutie mark a sun. She can be a sunshine princess. The mouth goes right on here, just a nice curved line. And then the nose is like, it's like a tiny U. Really small though. Okay, I'm gonna erase these guidelines. I know I said I usually use colored pencils, and that I don't like really using number 2 pencils, even though I'm using one right now. But again, I'm not at home with all of my stuff, and this was all that was around. The drawing is really smeared. If you're going to use the number 2 pencil, I mean, they're great because they erase easily. Just make sure to have something under your hand. Like some people use tracing paper under their hand so it doesn't smear, but I would just rather use colored pencil. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to have her look straight at us. Now the eyes on an Alicorn are not as big as a regular pony. They're a little bit smaller. There's a lot more white space left in the eye. But they're still pretty big, and there's still that huge ray of light shining right on their eyes, making them look so happy and innocent. I like how she looks. I'm really excited to color her. I'm gonna be coloring her and posting her on Instagram, and I also forward my Instagram pictures to Twitter. If you want to follow my Instagram, I'll have links to my Instagram and Twitter down in the information. The horn's a little bit thicker. And the lines go around like this. Make sure they're curved so it looks like it's wrapping around the whole horn. I'm going to go ahead and outline this Alicorn pony and be back. So here's my finished Princess Alicorn pony. I'm just finishing up the eyes right here. I wanted to point out that when you're drawing an Alicorn or a princess, their eyes are outlined black all the way around. So you can add that detail to your Princess Alicorn pony. Like I said, I'll color this and post it on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm not sure what colors to have her body and her hair. Maybe you guys can help me out and leave what you think in the comments below. So thanks a lot guys for watching my video. Go ahead and subscribe if you liked it and you want to see more.